Well, once again, Cindi, our leader, Indivisible Kingwood, is here. Another protest. Again, I expected to see 5 or 10 people here in Kingwood. We had a big one that you brought up with 700 people a few weeks ago. You're keeping it going. I heard, and you tell me, this was sort of a emergency type protest. So tell me first a little bit about you, and then let's hear what we're doing here today.
I don't know what you want to know about me, but
let me tell you what I want to know about you. Okay. I want to know how a woman with her small business here in Kingwood decided to come out and be active in our body politic.
Well, we've been doing this off and on since Trump 1.0, so since 2017. And now I feel like it's desperate. What drives me to do this is my upbringing. I was brought up as an Air Force brat. I lived around people from all over the world. I was taught to respect democracy, to be patriotic. And I don't feel like we're doing any of those things right now with the person in charge and the Republican Party. So I feel like we've got to make noise. We've got to take a stand. I know protests may not do much, but it lets people know we're here and we're not going to put up with this. We're going to make noise regardless. We're going to do some other stuff too, but this is our public voice, our public presence.
Now, how did this come about today? Because I think you had one a couple weeks ago as well.
Yeah, we had one 2 weeks ago. I received an email from Indivisible.org. I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. It was really fast.
Right.
And they said, hey, can you guys get out in the streets? We need to do a rally. And it is really spun off of Greg Abbott doing Trump's bidding on the gerrymandering here in Texas, because they feel like that is a precursor to what he might want to do nationwide. So it's incumbent upon the Texans to get out here and make noise on behalf of the entire nation.
Now, interestingly, they're constantly trying to carve out more Republican districts. I just saw a sign here, researched, that pointed out there are actually more Democrats in Texas than Republicans. I didn't know. I knew that there was sort of parity because we once were a Democratic state.
Correct.
So it was interesting that the number has grown so wide over the last several months.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I did see that information online the other day, and it was kind of interesting to me. So that proves to you that we've got couple of things going on. Yes, gerrymandering, but I also think voter apathy, and I'm certainly hopeful that people will not be apathetic next go round. We can't afford it.
I think one of the things you said that earlier, you said something that you don't know how effective protest is. I think when people see that they have other people that think like them, that is the effectiveness of the protest. It engages people to actually get activated. And I think the job that you're doing right here is much more important than maybe you or many that are out here believe, in that this shows all these cards that are going around here that, yes, people are engaged, and no, my thoughts are not alone.
That's true. And I think that's one reason why we continue to do this.
And we want to thank you, Cindi Hendrickson, for I'm serious. This is not an easy job.
No, it's not.
It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job to corral people. It's not an easy job to get people out on a hot Saturday morning. So I want to give you kudos as an activist myself. You are doing a hell of a job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All of our country's problems, from polarization to ignorance on domestic and international issues to a complete misunderstanding of our economic and healthcare systems, are a direct result of a derelict mainstream media that too often bend over backwards to support corporate or bought politicians' wants, as opposed to the people's needs for real information to make their lives better. Independent media is the only solution to inform truthfully and factually. Why? Because our loyalties are to you, the ones who fund us with small dollar contributions and subscriptions. Please consider supporting our independent media platforms by subscribing to our Egberto Off the Record newsletter at politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. Again, that is politicsdoneright.com/newsletter. It's an investment that pays incalculable dividends.